commandments. The hero was coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that I came from the dog pen. You want it, you get it, you drop dead. The rebel who came from the bottom. My enemies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens, then watching them sprout and harvest. The greatest was always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy and storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies and the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage.
The Mountaintop hosts this non-conference game between the visiting Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian and the home Rams of Upper Sandusky on this cold Saturday evening. Get you some hot cocoa and a blanket, bundle up on the couch, and enjoy this Saturday night hoops action live and free on the OH Report. Next.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside the Mountaintop Upper Sandusky, Ohio for our Burkhart Farm Center pre-game show. I'm Josh Banks alongside the great Joe Baylaw, my color commentary tonight for what should be an exciting non-conference game, Joe.
Yeah, this should be exciting. I mean, Upper comes in at 1-1, suffered a tough loss at home last night against Colonel Crawford. Tiffin comes in at 0-1, did not play last night. So it's going to be kind of interesting. You know, Tiffin basically had the whole week that they could concentrate on Upper Sandusky. Upper Sandusky, you know, just coming off of a tough loss, probably came in this morning, did some prep. So it'll be interesting to see how the Rams bounce back tonight.
Let's start things off Mr. Baylaw, let's take a look at those visiting Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Again, you said it yourself, they're 0-1. They played on December 3rd. They lost to Springfield. Prior to that, they lost to Perkins in their final regular season game last year, and then to Perkins again in the postseason. But they're a young team, and they're looking for their first win of the season this year after finishing the last year rough and starting this year with a loss.
Yeah, they I believe they finished the year last year at 9-14. Travis Kinn was the head coach, left the position, and Ryan Fretz from Clyde comes over, first year back here at Tiffin, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of style of play that he brings with the Tornadoes. I know in the past we played them a couple times, and they like to try to be up-tempo a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of pace they come in to play with tonight.
And one of the people we're going to have to watch tonight is our player spotlight. That's going to be senior guard for Columbian, Zach Shawberry. He was their second leading scorer last year, so he's their leading returner this year in scoring. He averaged 10 points a game last year. He averaged 6 rebounds, and how about 1.5 blocks from the guard position?
Yeah, he comes in as a double-digit scorer last year, averaging just under 11 points a game. You kind of expect him to be, try to add a few more points to that point per game tonight as he steps up against the Rams tonight.
We got the senior leaders talking for Upper Sandusky right now. We're going to pause while they talk. We're going to go to break. When we come, we're going to stay. Keys to victory for Tiffin Columbian. Control the pace and play mistake-free, Joe. They're going to have to control. Upper Sandusky wants to run up and down the floor. They want to force turnovers. One thing they did last night against Crawford was force turnovers. They controlled the pace, and that's why they almost pulled out that win. Yeah,
and I think for Tiffin, anytime you start early in the year, turnovers are always a high priority, so you want to try to limit your turnovers. And that'll be key, especially with Upper Sandusky's pressure tonight.
Now we're going to pause for the national anthem. Great job there by the Upper Sandusky Pep Band. So let's flip script here, Mr. Baylaw, and let's take a look at those homestanding Upper Sandusky Rams. As you had mentioned, they come in 1-1, led by Coach Winslow, as we all expect. They played a really good game last night, but that first game of the year, they go to Willard. We all know Willard lost a bunch, but still a super talented Crimson Flashing squad. And they kind of handle business on the road, beating Willard by 13.
Yeah, that's a big win to go on the road at Willard, and I think Willard beat Vermillion last night by 15-20. So shows that was not an easy win for the Rams to go to Willard. And then, as you mentioned, a tough loss last night. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back tonight. This is kind of the old school 80s, 90s that typically. A lot of your games, you played a Friday night game and then came back with a non-league on Saturday. So the key thing for the Rams will be, can they put last night's game behind them and just try to build some new momentum as they head into next week with more league play.
And I tell you what, I think a lot of tonight's, if they come out with a victory, it's going to be on the shoulders of this man. He's a returning senior. He's 6'6". He does a great job in the post. That's going to be Cayman Isles. He's a big, and the one thing I spoke to him before the game, the one thing he's really focused this offseason on is developing his ability to shoot the ball. And I've seen it a little bit in pregame. His jump shot has improved tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Cayman comes in, he averaged just over 11, I think, a year ago, and was about 8 rebounds a game, and, you know, with good size at 6'6". And, you know, what you kind of see even at the high school level now is that 6'5", 6'6" kid is not just a guy that's going to stay in the post. He's going to play out on the perimeter a little bit. So if Cayman, you know, has improved his perimeter shot, that's going to make him even a more effective player for the Rams tonight.
It's going to make him even more dangerous. And I think a big thing for him is he was an 80% free throw shooter last year. Yeah. That's a huge number.
Yeah, and if you're a big guy that can that would indicate, though, you'd like to probably get him inside a little bit and draw some fouls, because anytime anybody's a good scorer for a team, usually they get to the free throw line a lot, and they're a good free throw shooter. So if you're shooting over 80% a year ago, you expect that to continue. So him being around the glass will be important also.
And let's go ahead and take a look at the keys to victory for the Upper Sandusky Rams. I think a big one is going to be key, too, for you guys that you're going to see bounce back. Push the pace for sure, but bounce back. Yeah,
I mean, Coach Winslow, he likes to play a quicker pace, likes to play, you know, have his defense create a lot of offense for him over the years. And the big thing, this is a test. I mean, you know, everything doesn't happen, you know, well for you all the time. There's always going to be some adversity. So, you know, a tough loss, as we mentioned last night. I believe they were up 8 with maybe under 3 minutes to go in the basketball game. And you would expect that, hey, you could win that game, but things just didn't go their way. So the good thing is when you play a game like this on Saturday night, you don't have much time to think about. I mean, you just got to move on. And as coaches a lot of times you use the term next play. So they got to go to the next play tonight and see how effective they are.
So what we'll do, we're going to pull out of the Burkhart Power Center pregame show. We're going to get ready to tip. Before we tip off, I'll introduce you guys to the starters for both teams. First, for Upper Sandusky, it's going to be senior guard number 4, Justin Heilman. Senior guard number 11, Brock Montgomery. Junior guard number 20, Josh Heilman. Senior forward number 25, Cayman Isles. And sophomore forward number 31, Luke Schoenberger. For Columbian, it'll be junior forward Owen Hickey, senior forward Shawberry. We'll get the rest of them after we tip. Columbian wins the opening tip. Backdoor cut, unable to control it. That was a wide open layup.
Yep, nice little set run right out of the off the tip. Had a wide open backdoor play. Pass was a little bit too quick and just not able to handle it.
That was Logan Smith trying to find Owen Hickey. Montgomery gets it to Isles on the wing. Schoenberger, that sophomore, but we're going to have an offensive foul on Montgomery. They're going to call him for an illegal screen.
It's an interesting call to start the game.
I was going to say, he kind of went through him. I didn't even see him attempt to set a screen.
I'm not really sure. It didn't seem like there was a lot of contact, but you know, one of the things is you learn in the game of basketball, you got to adjust. So looks like there might be a little bit of a quick whistle tonight, and we'll see how each team adjusts to that.
They're going to feed it down low. Blocked from behind by Heilman. But I tell you what, Coach, that's going to be Montgomery's second in the first minute.
Yeah, that is big right there. They have to make a quick sub here. And the other part we need to remember, too, is with the change in the rule a year ago that once a team gets 5 on the 5th foul in a quarter, the teams shoot 2 free throws. There's no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball in Ohio. So 2 quick fouls here early, and especially on Upper's, one of Upper's better players makes an interesting turn to the game right away.
I'll tell you what, I do think we're going to have a quick whistle here tonight, coaches. We have another foul called already. This one's going to go on Mitch Steffi for Columbian. And that's freshman, by the way. You don't see freshmen play for Coach Winslow very often. Jacob Romick on the floor now replacing Montgomery for Upper Sandusky. Heilman with it. Up top to Romick. Heilman, Schoenberger, catch and shoot 3 ball. Just short. And I call him out of bounds, so to go over to Tiffin Columbian. slow start offensively here for both squads in the first couple minutes.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I think was mentioned about the game last night with Crawford, is that both teams, Crawford and were on a slow start. You can see Schoenberger and Smith kind of really banging around inside a little bit here.
It's fun to watch the bigs kind of get physical down low, but that floater is going to be short. Offensive putback, nothing doing. Heilman to come away with the board. Couple opportunities there. Heilman with it now. Trying to get it to Isles.
I was going to say, it's going to be interesting to see if Isles gets a look here somewhere. Trying to go high-low a little bit. Tough pass to the post. Deflected out of bounds by the Tornadoes. It'll be side out of bounds here for the Rams.
Definitely have the size advantage, does Upper Sandusky. It'll be interesting to see how long we wait before we see them post up Schoenberger and Isles. We're going to have another quick whistle. That's going to be the second on Steffi for Columbian, so a really quick whistle here tonight early on.
Yep, and another sub coming in is we'll see Deshaun Russell, 6-foot junior, coming to the lineup for the Tornadoes.
As well as Bradley Willman checking into the game as well. That looks like the big muscle guy.
Yeah.
He's the big guy that's going to get down low, and he'll bang around with Isles.
I would anticipate that Bradley Willman was maybe an offensive or defensive lineman on their football team.
Absolutely. Romick's got it in the corner. Thought about going to Schoenberger. I think he might have had him had he waited another half second. Isles has it now.
Nice backdoor cut and pass.
Unable to finish. Shawberry now with it. He's going to look to go coast to coast. Kicks it out. Up. Unable to finish again. Isles will get this rebound. 3 minutes in almost, and no points on the board yet for either squad. Romick with it for Upper. Heilman. Schoenberger, he'll go to work in that post. Little baby hook. Luke Schoenberger's got the first two.
It's a nice move. Got his shoulder into the defender, a little jump hook. First 2 points of the basketball game.
Russell's going to draw a foul on Schoenberger, though. Just a quick pace, beat him to the spot, and Schoenberger got a little bit too much body into him.
Yeah, just wasn't active enough with his feet here. So baseline out of bounds. This is the first baseline out of bounds for the Tornadoes. Let's see what they come up with.
Isles is going to block the second attempt. Heilman comes away with it. Upper's defense has been really good here in this opening 4 minutes.
Yeah, Shawberry got a really good look, though, out of bounds play. They just, two big postmen just tried to clear a lane for him. First time Isles is able to catch the ball in the low post and is able to score. Just set a little what we call a Utah or UCLA screen, and he was able to get to the block and score.
Russell hoists the 3-ball left. Offensive board, nothing doing. Schoenberger will get that one. Tiffin Columbian just really struggling to finish at the rim. They've got a lot of open looks, unable to finish.
They've done a good job of trying to get second and third looks. They've just not been able to get it there.
Schoenberger misses his second three-point attempt. They're 0 of 2 from 3 off the hand of Schoenberger. Shawberry will pull up free throw line jumper. There he is. Great shot by Shawberry.
Nice job of going off his right-hand dribble.
Little floater attempt by the freshman. Couldn't knock it down, and now Columbian's got numbers, and Shawberry's got a layup. Blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Might have been some hand, but that looked really good by Isles. You're going to see it here on the replay.
Yeah.
Might have been on the wrist.
Probably got him. That's probably a good call. And especially they're going to try to protect shooters, going to the basket. So Shawberry with a chance here for 2 free throws as he sprints the floor in transition.
Knocks down the first. He was a 61% free throw shooter last year. .40 of 66 from the stripe.
Hopefully, you would expect that that's going to improve a little bit better, this season. So he goes 1 of 2.
And we're going to have a foul on Columbian now. It'll go on Willman.
Yeah, I mean, game being called pretty tight here to start out.
Absolutely.
So both teams will have to adjust a little bit to that. That's part of playing the game of basketball. Is some nights the whistle's not real tight. Tonight it is.
Looks like they're going to attempt to double down on Isles, but it's going to leave Heilman wide open in the corner.
Good job of getting to the floor.
Jump ball.
Bradley Wellman, first guy to get to the floor, and that's many times what you talk about as a coach is you want to be to the first to the floor to get the basketball, but a jump ball, the Rams will get it out of bounds.
Well, and here's the thing, too. A lot of times you don't see the biggest guy on the floor being the one that wants to get on the floor. He was the first one on the floor there, and that's huge.
And I think he won't be afraid to get on the floor tonight. Nice give right here.
Give and
Good
go.
play.
Heilman's going to finish. He's going to have a shot at an old-fashioned three-point play. We see a lot of kids shoot the three now. Not very often we see that and one.
Yeah, Heilman just stepped in. He was the inbounder, stepped in, and they gave him a quick pass to the inside. And a little bit of a shot fake and strong enough to get it on the glass and finish.
Yeah, almost like a little give and go. Pass to the corner. He sealed that defender and got a wide open layup for it, and he knocks down the free throw. So we got a quick 7-3 Rams lead here in quarter number 1.
Good hands there.
Gets on the floor, ends up in the hands of Upper. Isles.
Transition here.
Great rebound by Gibson.
Yep, Gibson rebounded it between three Tornadoes.
Going to be a turnover on Upper, though. They're going to say Gibson stepped out here in the corner. Logan Gooding on the floor now for Columbian. Trapped in the corner. Russell. The offensive rebounds, and how about the bucket by Shawberry, the second effort there by Tiffin Columbian.
I mean, a good effort there. I think it's, and I'm probably going to pronounce his name wrong, but number 2, Diamantopoulos, I think, if that's as close as I get it. But Shawberry gets the benefits of that because of his effort of getting to the glass, and that's, one of the things you like, especially of a guy coming off the bench, are those kind of efforts. Those are plays that many times go unnoticed, but get you a basket here and a chance for a three-point play.
Well, and Isles did everything right there. Came and went up. He got he high pointed the ball. He kept it high. It just got punched out by Jackson. It leads to this opportunity to make it a one-point game. Shawberry's 2 of 3 from the stripe now.
Yep.
So Schoenberger and Heilman check back in.
Another foul here.
Coach, we've got almost 3 minutes left in the game, and both teams are already in the bonus.
Yep, 3 minutes.
In the first quarter.
So free throw shooting is going to become important here. So David Gibson, a 6-foot senior guard, goes to the free throw line with 2 shots. As we mentioned earlier, a year ago, they made this change. On the 5th foul of every quarter, you get to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. There's no more 1-and-1s. However, the good thing with this is, as many fouls have been called here in the first quarter, it will reset to 0 to start the second. So it's not going to continue to be a free throw shooting contest here in the second quarter because these fouls get reset.
Offensive rebound there by Upper Sandusky. That's Josh Heilman with it.
Yep, good deflection there by Russell.
It'll be Upper ball, but playing a little bit more volleyball than basketball in that possession.
Yeah, and the thing is, Columbian's doing a good job of just being aggressive and going to the offensive glass. They've been around the basketball a lot. So Russell picking up with full court pressure here, pressuring their point guard.
Heilman kicking in the corner to Gibson. Float right there
Nice
from
move.
that little block.
Nice.
He's gonna finish.
Nice swing move there by Gibson with a little floater to finish.
He's got 3.
Shawberry looking to post, and they double him inside.
Kick it out to Gooding. He'll hoist from 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the sophomore Logan Gooding.
Yeah,
10-9.
That was fairly deep. That was about a step and a half behind the three-point line. So the young sophomore there stepping up and making a big shot.
Shawberry's going to get a steal here. Goes coast to coast. They're going to call it tipped. Gooding's got another one. He's 2 of 2 from deep. And they got the lead 12-10 now.
Yep, good pass here.
Offensive foul on Heilman. There's the big guy stepping in, taking a charge. I feel like the momentum has shifted on those two three balls by Logan Gooding.
Yep, that's given the Tornadoes a little bit of momentum here, and they're up 12-10 with those 2 back-to-back threes.
Cayman Isles will check back in, replacing Gibson, get that size back in there, try to get rid of some of these loose balls that they're getting on offensive rebounds.
So it'll be interesting here that with Gooding hitting back-to-back threes to see if they run anything special for him here with just about under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
Rebounded by Josh Heilman. He had Isles leaking out, didn't see him soon enough. Cayman's definitely got a mismatch right now down in the post, trying to get it to him. Romick throws it away.
Nice steal.
How about the behind-the-back pass and the finish by Russell?
A good job of the Tornadoes sprinting in transition off that steal to get an easy basket. Puts them up 4 after they were down by 6.
Gooding with the behind-the-back look, and now they're up 4 inside of 40 seconds to play. Kicked in the corner. That's Josh Heilman. Can't find a 3-ball. The Rams. Shawberry's going to look to push. Little
Nice
Euro
move.
step and finish, and they're up 6. How about this run by the Tornadoes?
Yep. The Rams transition defense not real good on that possession there, as Shawberry's able to drive at the length of the floor without being stopped.
Their on-ball pressure is really good, too, as that one's poked away from Justin Heilman. We got 5 seconds left. It's poked away again.
Yep. Now he's going to go to the free throw line.
4.4 seconds left here, and Heilman's going to step to the line for 2. But again, like you said, and I guess I never really got to work a bunch with you last year when that change was made. Do you feel like the switch from 1-and-1 to 2 free throws has affected the game a bunch, or do you like the change?
Well, I think it affects a game like you have tonight, because now, you know, everybody, you're not going to continue to shoot free throws to start the second quarter. You know, it's just going to get reset. I guess maybe the negative part about it is when you got the late game situations, when somebody was forced to shoot a one-on-one, there was a little bit more pressure. Now there's no more of those. It's always 2 shots. So there, as with any rule change, there's always positives and negatives to it.
Heilman splits the pair. Gooding floats. They were looking for a foul. Willman's unable to finish. Tiffin Columbian ends the game on a nice little run to give themselves the lead, 16-11 after the first. We'll be back for second quarter action after this break.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
Josh Banks welcomes you back inside the mountaintop alongside Hall of Famer Joe Baylaw in what was really an entertaining first quarter, 16-11. Tiffin Columbian went on a nice little run there to take the lead.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, he was one of our featured players, Zach Shawberry. If you take a look, he has 8 points in the first quarter. So, you know, Coach Winslow of Upper is not going to be real pleased with that, because I think coming into the game, that was going to be a key emphasis for them defensively, is to try to control him, and they haven't done a real good job of that. But a lot of his has been a couple baskets in transition, and then a couple of times getting the offensive glass. So it's just been the effort that Shawberry has had that's kind of been the difference here in the first quarter.
Yeah, rebounds. I feel like Tiffin Columbian's kind of controlled the rebound game in that first quarter, and I think that's why they have the 5-point lead. They'll start it. Russell.
So you see Upper comes back. Upper comes back out to start the quarter in a 1-3-1, so they changed their defense here to start the second quarter. But again, a little bit of a drive and a bump on the baseline, and first foul of the quarter on Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, it'll go on Heilman as Romick will check right back into the game, as all of the starters now for Upper have at least one, with Montgomery back on the floor with those two.
Yeah. So you just got to, one of the things you got to really do a good job of moving your feet and not reaching with your hands right now.
Great ball fake by Russell. They're going to call the travel. Now, I don't know about that. I feel like the contact forced the travel. They almost could have called a block down Schoenberger.
Yeah, but Russell really tried to create the contact, so I don't think that's really too bad of a call there by the officials. But again, the pressure on the ball right now is, and especially Russell's pressure on the ball, has been a big difference here for the Tornadoes. But first time that Isles has been able to get a look inside.
Russell trying to finish, can't. Isles. We're going to have a foul called on on Smith. Logan Smith back into the game as starters on the floor for both squads. Logan Smith's going to get called for the foul there on Isles.
I mean, one of the concerns that Upper's got to have right now, though, is their transition defense. Isles gets a basket right at the glass, but quickly the Tornadoes pushed the basketball up the floor and had a layup at the rim and just not able to make it.
Yeah, I mean, their tempo, they're pushing the pace. They're playing their game right now, and it is definitely benefiting them. Trying to trap Romick in the corner. Montgomery's got it in the corner. Hesitated on the shot, might have had an open look.
Just wait.
Schoenberger. Running a little motion action, just trying to get an open look. Montgomery, great move down low, couldn't finish.
Good effort to get an offensive rebound, though.
We're going to have a late whistle.
Got to like his strength around the basket. I mean, great. We talk a lot as coaches about playing off 2 feet. And Montgomery did a really good job of getting into the lane, jump stopping on 2 feet, and then using his pivot foot to create space. And then the second effort to get an offensive rebound puts him at the free throw line.
Knocks down that one. A 57% free throw shooter last year was Montgomery.
Yeah, and you hope he's going to be a lot better than that. He's got a nice shooting stroke. Good effort there.
That'll go off.
I mean, I think Upper's had two offensive rebounds off missed free throws, and that's something as a coach you really don't like to see at all. Good job there by Tiffin defending the baseline out of bounds. Transition basket.
Something they've done all night long. Owen Hickey's got a layup, and they have a 4-point lead again. Transition. They are winning that game so far tonight. Heilman, a hoist one from deep and knock it down. Josh Heilman.
Yep, Heilman, one of the things you talk about, if you're a good shooter, you want to have your hands and feet ready to shoot the basketball, and they did. But again, quick transition by the Tornadoes, and a nice pass into the post as Bradley Wellman finishes the play.
Heilman looks to get inside, can't, and they're going to look to push again. Russell to Gooding. He's 2 of 2. Why not try another one? That was a little heat check. Didn't get that one to go down. Montgomery's got it. Schoenberger gets it to Isles. Romick, he'll hoist the 3-ball. Short.
Schoenberger, nice effort on the backside glass to rebound the ball.
And he finishes it as well through the contact. Luke Schoenberger's got himself 2 more, and it's a 1-point game. But again, looking to push the pace. Isles with the rejection, but these Tornadoes just want to run.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of pushing the basketball up the floor, and Upper's just got to get him to the sideline, push him to the sideline a bit, then get in front of the ball and slow it down. So baseline out of bounds play here. Tornadoes in a box set. And it looks like that the Rams were in zone.
And nobody stepped to that
Yeah,
foul line or that elbow.
Yeah, Tornadoes got a really good look. Yep.
Foul's going to be called on Noah Miller on the hold down low on Schoenberger. Schoenberger trying to get across his body, kind of grabbed him around the waist a little bit. Again, we've talked about it already. It's a pretty quick whistle here tonight, so that little contact right there is not going to fly with these officials.
Again, Tiffin doing a really good job of defending the baseline out of bounds here.
Justin Heilman.
Nice backdoor play.
Josh Heilman couldn't quite control the pass from Montgomery. Justin Heilman with it now. Isles ball fake. Schoenberger tries another one. He's got this one. That's his first triple. He's got 7, and the Rams are right back out in front. Steal by Josh Heilman. He's got 2 more. He's up to 5. That's going to be a timeout for Coach Fretz, and that's a nice little 5-0 quick spurt by the Upper Sandusky Rams.
Yep, so we've kind of seen both teams. Upper Sandusky off to a good start. Tiffin finished the quarter on a run, and now here, just in the last minute and a half, you've seen a little bit of a run by Upper Sandusky. So if your coach Winslow, you got to like, number one, how your team started the first 3 minutes of the game. And now you also have to like how they've kind of responded to some adversity here in this game, especially after a tough game last night.
Well, I think the big difference we're seeing tonight, I got to tune in a little bit last night to that game, is not as much as being let go tonight. Last night's game was very physical, which Crawford Upper, it's always a physical battle.
That's always going to be a physical basketball game.
When you got the likes of Payne DeGray and Cayman Isles battling each other on the block, they're going to go at each other all night long.
So let's see what the Tornadoes come out with here out of this timeout. What kind of set that they run? A little 2-1-2 set here. Not a lot of movement yet here in the offense.
Shawberry has it by the volleyball line. He's going to get a screen from Willman. Wants to try to take Schoenberger off the dribble. Coach Fred's telling him to kind of clear out. He's going to kick it to Miller. They're telling him to clear out.
I mean, not a lot of ball movement or player movement right now with the Tornadoes.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody's just kind of standing on the perimeter. Willman made a great cut. Nobody's seen him. He flashed from block to block, was wide open.
That's a good defensive possession by Upper. Not a lot of movement there by the Tornadoes in that possession. Upper gets a stop. 4-point lead, got a chance to extend it to 6 or 7.
Heilman's going to hoist one and knock it down. Josh Heilman's got 8, and we got a steal.
Yep, and when Heilman's just been able to catch and shoot it, he's been really good here tonight.
Schoenberger is going to get all the way inside. They're going to call a trip.
Yep. It's a number 22, Parker Nye, I believe. They call it on the floor, but again, I believe that's 3 fouls on Columbian.
4
team fouls, so we're at not even at the 5-minute mark, and the next foul on the Tornadoes, Upper's going to the free throw line. So one of the things that Coach Winslow's probably telling his team is let's continue to be really aggressive here offensively, taking the ball to the basket, because you're going to be shooting 2 free throws at every foul from now on here till the half. Good help side and a great outlet pass.
Can't finish though. Yeah. Russell unable to finish.
And timeout.
Coach Winslow going to call a timeout.
He's probably going to talk a little bit about their transition defense.
I feel like every time Columbian gets a rebound off defensively, they've got somebody leaking.
But I think one of the players that that's come into the game so far tonight for the Tornadoes is Deshaun Russell. he's come in and he's created some havoc with his on-the-ball pressure than just his athleticism of being able to sprint the floor and beat defenders down the floor. You would just have liked to see him put that ball on the glass to finish that play instead of trying to lay it over the top of the rim. So
tried to go for a finger roll instead of your typical layup.
Yeah.
Something that I think we've kind of seen from Columbian tonight. They've missed a lot down low. Russell's 0 for from the three-point line, but he's aggressive. Those shots fall, we're in a different ball game.
Yep. I mean, but that's part of the game of basketball, are making shots and also missing shots, and you got to try to get good shots, and hopefully you make those good shots. So again, they extend their pressure here, and especially Russell on the basketball has caused a little bit of havoc.
Very athletic, quick
Backdoor
guard.
play right here. Nope. Good job defending it by the Tornadoes.
Justin Heilman though said, "Okay."
Well, his defender took a step back when he looked for the backdoor pass, and he got enough space that he was able to knock down a three.
10-point advantage now for the Rams.
Kind of a crucial point in the basketball game here a little bit. But you can see right now the difference is when Upper's been able to sit down and guard in the half court, they're causing problems, and they get an offensive foul here.
It's going to be on Russell trying to get to the block. Here's the thing, though. Since the second quarter has started, we haven't seen as much movement out of the Tiffin Columbian offense, which they're now finally forced into half-court sets.
Yeah, I mean, if you probably take a look here at the stats, I mean, most of their things have been quick shots in transition when they've had numbers. So the big thing for Upper is if they're able to get back and just slow the basketball down or stop the basketball, their half-court defense has been pretty good. Isles with the nice pass inside.
Schoenberger, a rainbow three, couldn't get it to fall. Gooding feeds Shawberry.
And again, that's transition. That's where they've been able to be effective.
Coach Fretz complaining, thinking that Shawberry got hit on the elbow by Isles.
Montgomery, nice drive.
Great dribble drive by Brock.
I mean, he's done a good job so far here in the second quarter of playing with 2 fouls, too.
There's the hustle. Montgomery tries to get it to Isles. Isles manages to save it.
Yep.
But now it's another fast break opportunity. Shawberry,
Good job.
Montgomery on the floor, Shawberry on the floor. Coach Fretz calls a timeout. Hustle, hustle, hustle. That was a risky timeout, though, because I don't know that Shawberry had full possession when he called the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, he had it in his hand, so the officials are usually pretty quick to make that call, and they gave him the timeout. Actually, it could have been an over and a back, probably, but
absolutely. But you see it, a huge quarter so far for the Rams. They're just extending pressure. They're forcing the pace now. The transitions kind of went away because they've gotten 2 or 3 steals off of those transition attempts this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams have scored 21 points in this quarter so far, so Coach Winslow's got to be really happy with that. So again, coming out of a timeout here, let's see what the Tornadoes try to run. You would probably anticipate that the ball is going to try to get somehow into Zach Shawberry's hands. And they've done a good job on Shawberry. He had 8 in the first quarter. They go right to him inside.
Offensive
board. Rebound. Another offensive
one.
Rebound. He's got fouled.
And now he's going to get fouled. The second and third efforts by Shawberry have really been beneficial for him here in this first half.
Well, and a good job by the Tornado coaching staff of coming out of the timeout and knowing that they need to continue to have this guy score for them. He hadn't scored here yet in the second quarter. Get him on a post up inside, and then you really got to like his effort. Missed the first shot, got 2 offensive rebounds, was able to get to the free throw line.
Makes him 2 of 4 on the evening.
So I believe Montgomery's going to come out of the lineup here, and probably a good decision where with him having 2 fouls.
Minute 5 left.
And minute 5 left, you don't want him to get his third.
Shawberry splits the pair, gets up to 9.5. Heilman has it now. to Isles.
Nice pass.
Great up and under. Basket's good. Justin Heilman this time is going to finish. Great pass, but the up and under was a great move by Heilman.
Well, we saw Montgomery earlier, and again, we mentioned playing off of 2 feet. And here, Justin Heilman does a good job of getting on balance with 2 feet, showing a shot fake, and going up and under. So Rams got a chance. They're up 13.
They're going to call that one on Heilman.
Yeah.
A little bit too aggressive there on the free throw attempt. Something you don't need to do. You've got 2 fouls in the quarter. That's going to make 3. Don't give them free shots right before half.
Yeah, they're all right, but they're gonna sub him out. Wyatt Taylor, a 6-foot junior, comes into the lineup for him.
Shawberry's got it. Gonna look to go all the way inside. They're gonna call another one on Isles. That'll be his second. I do want to see that because, I mean, I see straight up, maybe he got him on the hip a little bit as he was trying to go up. Shawberry again, he's 3 of 5 from the stripe. 4 of 6 now. He's split the pair every time he's been there. He's in the double figures.
But you can see offensively, they like to stick him in the high post, step him out. And I think you really need to be aware of his right-hand drive. I think that might be something, adjustment. They talked a little bit about at the half of trying to make him go left if he's out on the perimeter.
Gibson now going to look to break the press. He does. Gets it to Romick. 30 seconds left here in the first half. 34-23. Schoenberger throws it away. He was trying to throw it to Gibson. It almost looked like he was trying to get it in the other corner to Baldwin.
Well, if Baldwin would have just stayed on the backside block, he would have been wide open for a layup. But again, the pressure of the Tornadoes forces the turnover.
Great job there by Romick to secure that ball.
Pass it ahead.
Schoenberger.
Embrace the trap here.
Hoist a 3, almost an unnecessary shot. There was still 7 seconds left on the clock. Gooding will pull up now. Nothing doing. That'll be the half. 34-23, a huge second quarter by the Rams gives them the advantage here. We'll be back for our halftime show and some halftime stats after this break.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came
We couldn't do what we do here on the OH Report without the support of our amazing sponsors. So we're going to go ahead and thank them real quick. Edward Jones, Chris.daris, Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Wilson Burkhart Farm Center, farmers serving farmers. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchens and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Kimmel Corporation. Kimmel Corporation is a fourth-generation family-owned and operated company. We understand your business isn't just your business, it's your life. That's why we've dedicated ourselves to helping companies like yours look and perform at their very best. Thank you to those amazing sponsors. We'll be back for halftime stats after this break.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Banks back inside the mountaintop for your Burkhart Farm Center halftime show with Coach Joe Baylor. And Coach, first quarter, Columbian ends on a big run to take the lead, and then Upper Sandusky just suffocates them in the second quarter with a 23-9 second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing we said that if Upper can get back in defensive transition and just slow Tiffin down, their half-court defense has been really good. And they were able to do that. Plus, the other thing they were able to do is they got a couple of deflections and steals when Tiffin did try to push the ball in transition. So if you're Coach Winslow, I think a big emphasis defensively is that, hey, we've got to get back and just not give up easy shots early in the clock. If you're Tiffin, you're hoping that, hey, that defensive pressure that you showed late in the first quarter where you created some turnovers and easy baskets is going to be something that's going to aid you here as we start the second half.
As you see on your screen right now, our unofficial stats for the first half. Again, unofficial stats. Columbian with 6 twos, 2 threes. I got them for 12 boards, most of those offensive. Around 5 turnovers, 10 fouls, and they are 5 of 6 from the stripe. On the flip side, Upper goes for 9 twos, 4 threes, 14 rebounds. They've done a really good job defensively and getting some offensive board after free throws. They got 3 turnovers, 9 fouls, and they're shooting something we want to see increase a little bit, 50% at 4 of 8 from the stripe.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see that we had a kind of a tight whistle in the first half, so it'll be key, especially for a player like Brock Montgomery, who went to the bench early and within the first minute of the game and set the whole first quarter. Now, he came in and he played in the second quarter with 2 fouls and did a great job, played the entire second quarter until about the last minute. And although I think he's only got 3 points, I think his presence on the floor is a big key for the Rams, just because he's that calming force and able to kind of lead them both offensively and defensively.
So that's going to take us out of the Burkhart Farm Center halftime show. We're in the third quarter action. It'll be Rams basketball. Josh Heilman has it. A big contributor in the first half. It's going to go all the way inside on the first shot, and it'll stay with Upper Sandusky. One thing I noticed just looking up at the scoreboard, Coach, every starter for the Rams has 2 fouls except for Schoenberger. That could be a contributing factor here in the second half.
Yep. And again, Tiffin has done an outstanding job of defending baseline out of bounds plays here.
Josh Heilman again.
Uppers had no easy look on their baseline out of bounds.
Schoenberger, a great move, great feed from Heilman. Luke Schoenberger's got points number 8 and 9 on the evening. The leading scorer for Upper Sandusky is the sophomore. They got a 13-point lead.
And that was one of the things I thought maybe an adjustment at halftime would be an emphasis of Upper trying to maybe go inside a little bit more.
They're gonna give a warning on Josh Heilman for a delay, they said. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's the...
Not really sure how that fits in because Tiffin scored and it was going to be Upper's ball out of bounds, but we'll see. But again,
another early whistle.
Yep. I mean, players are just going to have to adjust. But I think the one thing defensively that Upper needs to make sure is when Shawberry has the ball at the top, they got to make him go with his left hand a little bit. When he's able to get to his right hand, he's been really effective at getting to the basket.
As you see in our side-by-side there, still not sure what that delay of game call was for. Montgomery's got it now, though, up on the wing. We're going to have another foul. They're going to call that one on Steffi. That's his third. Again, I mean, it's just... I see it. You know, he ran into him, kind of gave him a little nudge.
Well, but as a player, you got to be able to adjust. I mean, that's a key thing. You can't. I mean, officials are going to sometimes call it different ways. Tonight, the whistle's been a little bit tight, so you got to make sure that you're not pushing off, not bumping guys.
This is the night, though, on a night like this where you want to run back doors, you want to get it to your post. As Heilman, yeah, that's going to be.
Called a walk?
No, he called an offensive foul. He never hooked him. He walked for sure. He took an extra step. I don't see an offensive foul there, though.
Well, again.
That'll be the third on Heilman.
I'm not really sure on that one, but they made the call and he got to play on.
11-point advantage for the Rams. Hickey with it, gets a screen from Smith. They're going to call a foul on Montgomery now. That's his third.
That's kind of a key because, as we said, when he went out in the first quarter, they struggled. So right now, it looks like they're gonna let him play with 3 fouls. He's just gonna have to be really smart here.
Up and under. There's Logan Gooding again. He's got 8 to go along with Shawberry's 13.
And you saw Montgomery was the guy right there that was given the help, and he just kind of let him go, which was a smart play on his part.
And Montgomery on the other side is going to get a dribble drive, unable to finish, but he's going to step to the line for 2 as he got hit in the head by Smith.
But as I said, I think even though Montgomery only has 3, I think he's just that steady, that guy that just kind of keeps them, organized both offensively and defensively. So his presence on the floor is key. So it's going to be really important as he plays here with 3 fouls that he plays smart, still plays aggressive, but plays smart. Make sure he doesn't get his 4th foul.
Now we're going to have a foul on Cayman Isles.
No, I think it's a violation. I think it was some kind of violation. He stepped across the lane or something. I'm not really sure what it was. I'm not sure what the call is.
10-point advantage. 10-point advantage for the Rams. Gooding has it for the Tornadoes. Smith up top. Russell
Yep.
stolen
Nice play.
away. Heilman, he'll finish, and he's the first Ram in the double figures with 10.
Good job there of the Rams getting back and stopping the early transition.
Russell, he got up, and he finished this one. 2 points for Russell.
That's twice on baseline drives here from the left corner that the Rams just haven't been in good help position to stop that drive.
Montgomery's going to go all the way inside again. He's going to get fouled again. He split the pair last time. Well, he went 2 for 2, but the violation got called on Isles, so it negated the free throw. Hey, if they're going to call the game this tight, attack the hoop. It's exactly what Upper's doing right now.
Yep. Montgomery's done a really good job the last 2 possessions of driving the ball to the basket and being able to take contact and get to the free throw line.
That one's going to be just off the left iron. No good by Montgomery. 39-29. Rams advantage. As Gibson will check in, replacing Schoenberger. So Heilman and Montgomery both going to stay on the floor with 3 fouls each still here. About 3 minutes here into quarter number 3. Montgomery knocks down the second one. He's got 5. That puts him up to 40, an 11-point advantage for the Rams.
Just got to make sure Shawberry doesn't go right. And that's an interesting matchup because Montgomery's guarding him right now.
Russell. Hickey. Turn around. Fade away. Oh, and Hickey, that was a beautiful move.
That's a tough shot, though. So if you're Coach Winslow, you're not disappointed with the defense on that shot.
Heilman guarded by Gooding. Got the screen from Isles.
Throw it inside to him.
No double down.
Yep.
They're going to let him go to work.
Go to work.
Now he'll double. He'll
Good
still
job.
turn
Went
over
right
that
to
shoulder.
Went right to his left hand. That was a good play.
Hustles for it. Ends up in the hands of Russell.
Yep. I mean, that's the one area that the Tiffins hurt themselves. They've had some transition opportunities, but they've turned it over, which is a little bit different than it was right at the end of the first quarter.
Montgomery with it now, taken away. We're going to have a jump ball.
Yep. As we said, Russell's been really good defensively for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, he's been their best player defensively without a doubt. And I tell you what, if he knocks down a couple shots and finishes a couple layups, he might be their leading scorer tonight as well. He's been the aggressor all the way around in this game. Gooding with it now for the Tornadoes, down 9. Tried to kick it to the corner. Heilman was waiting on it.
They had some real confusion there because Russell was coming on the cut while the baseline drive was being given. You had 2 players who almost run right into each other.
Gibson with it now. We're going to have a foul on Russell as Heilman was trying to cut through the lane and come back up to the top of the key to get that ball.
They're shooting free throws, I believe, aren't they?
They are. That's number 5 on the Tornadoes. We're not even at the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 3.
And that's Russell's 3rd foul, I believe.
It is. Coach Winslow is going to take a timeout. It'll be a full timeout by Coach Winslow. And you love to see the aggressive play, right? We're seeing aggressive play defensively by both sides. It's just an adjustment that you have to make as a player to know, hey, I can still play aggressive, but play aggressive with my feet, not with my hands.
Yeah, I mean, any bump tonight's been called a foul, which, you know, that happens. Some nights it's called a lot tighter than others, and as a coach and a player, you just got to be able to adjust to it. But, you know, if you're Upper Sandusky right now, you have a 9-point lead. You got a chance here to take it to 11. And then I think, you know, if you're Coach Winslow, you either want to be aggressive at taking the ball to the basket or, you know, go back to a little bit of what they started the second half with when they stuck the ball into the low block. Because we just saw the possession before that they stuck it inside to Isles and they didn't double. And he really got to a really good spot, able to shoot that little left-handed jump hook, just was not able to finish it. So if you're Upper, that might be something you want to go to a little bit more often here, especially that you're going to be in the bonus the rest of this quarter. Because the other thing you mentioned, I think, at the beginning of the game, is Isles shot 80% from the free throw line last year. He has not been to the free throw line tonight.
He has not. It's been Montgomery and Heilman who's going to step to the line for 2 here with a chance to take it back into double digits. Knocks down the first. He's into double figures, so the Heilman boys with 10 apiece for the Rams tonight. Justin, number 2, finds them both. 11-point advantage.
And again, interesting matchup. Shawberry being guarded by Montgomery. So, you know, him with 3 fouls, he's not backing down from guarding people. Yep, good pressure on the basketball right there.
Yeah, Brock does a really good job. It's something that he's been kind of come to known as in the N10. Any N10 game you watch with Upper Sandusky, Brock Montgomery is guarding the best player on the other team, as long as they're a wing or a forward. Isles is obviously going to guard that post player. But anybody outside the perimeter, Brock Montgomery's guarding.
Bad turnover here by the Rams.
It's going to be tipped by Romick, and it'll be Tiffin Columbian basketball.
Just not a real good cut to the ball, and not a very good pass by Isles. So the Tornadoes get a chance here to get it back to single digits, and a nice pass.
And Shawberry's going to finish, and unfortunately Montgomery does everything he can with 3 fouls. You can't really contest that shot and pick up number 4. Shawberry's got 15, but Heilman's got another 3-ball, his 3rd of the evening, and he's got 13.
Well, when Josh Heilman just been able to catch it off the pass and just shoot it, he's been really, really good.
Another offensive rebound. Romick's going to come down with the defensive board.
Look ahead.
He did look up. I think he was a little intimidated to make that pass. Smaller guy on the floor. He had some big guys in front of him. Feed Isles. Great cut by Heilman. He'll finish. He's got 15. Josh Heilman has been the offensive workhorse tonight for these Rams.
Offensive foul.
We're going to call that on Nolan Miller.
I mean, as we said, one of the keys for Upper Sandusky as this game started was getting back in defensive transition. And right there, Romick, the freshman, does a good job of getting matched to the basketball and then staying in front and forcing an offensive foul.
Isles with it now. He's going to go all the way with that left hand. He's going to finish with that left hand. Hoop and a harm. Isles has stepped to the line for his first free throw attempt tonight.
Yeah. I mean, especially from the perimeter, when he's able to go with his left hand, he's going to be pretty effective. So the Rams have suddenly extended this game out to a 16-point lead with just about 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Russell checks back in for the Tornadoes, that kind of defensive guy. Isles knocks it down. He's up to 7 on the evening now, and a 17-point Upper Sandusky advantage. Shawberry going to get to the line. Foul's going to be called on Isles. That's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, again, Shawberry able again to go with his right hand, but the one thing they did do is they forced him to have to go to his left to try to finish. Able to draw the foul. Let's see if he can go to the line and make these 2.
Knocks down the first. Schoenberger will check in, replacing Gibson. I think Isles thought that sub might have been for him. He went to the backcourt.
Now, they did take Montgomery out, so they're making sure that he's not going to get his 4th here.
Isles, great box out on Russell to get the rebound. Heilman with it now, looking to push the pace. In the corner, he's open again. That one's going to be short. Great rebound.
Good hustle there by Justin Heilman.
Isles in the corner. He's going to look to take him off the dribble.
Yep, nice
up, under, finish. He's got 9. Russell will shoot another one. He'll knock this one down. Deshaun Russell. He's got 7. Romick now. Almost looked to go to Isles, but as I say that, Heilman's going to attempt a three. It doesn't fall. Russell unable to finish, but Justin Heilman's going to get called for the block. That's going to be his fourth.
That's a big foul.
Minute 30 left here in the third.
I mean, he did a pretty good job of just being in position, but unfortunately the call goes against him. So Russell able to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
He'll knock the first one down, and maybe if Justin would have held his position a little bit when Russell ran into him, he kind of lost position, I guess we could say. Maybe kind of why he didn't get the charge call. If he would have just held his ground, let Russell go through him, it might have been a different call or a no call. But Russell's got another shot here. He's going to knock them both down. That was a smooth free throw by Russell. He's up to 9. It's a 13-point game.
Montgomery back in the basketball game, and he's got 3 fouls also. So Coach Winslow putting a lot of trust into his senior. Nice
and he's going to
move.
get all the way to the hoop and finish with the left. Brock Montgomery's up to 7. Great find, Montgomery with the block, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
That was a great block, especially with 3 fouls taking that chance, but good hustle play.
It's a great find to find Mitch Steffi underneath.
They're gonna take Isles out of the game here with just over a minute to go.
Wyatt Taylor will check into the game.
And it looks like they go to a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone here on this baseline out of bounds.
Shawberry rises up.
And it's going to be a foul on.
It's going to be on Josh Heilman. That's going to be his third. So now you've got Brock Montgomery with 3, Josh Heilman 3, Cayman Isles with 3, and Justin Heilman with 4, and we still have a whole quarter of action left.
Yep. So again, we talked. Sometimes it's just about adjustment. So
Russell's 2 of 2. Touched all 4 points of the rim, just didn't go down that time for Russell, as he looks to get into double figures on the evening. Russell, 6-foot junior. Violation on Hickey. Russell, a guy coming in, played in 11 games last year, so didn't get a lot of varsity action as a sophomore, but a big contributor here so far tonight. Montgomery gets it into Josh Heilman. He's going to look to go coast to coast. He'll kick it in the corner. Montgomery with it now, right wing.
get a 5-second call maybe. Nope.
Close. They're going to call that foul, though. That's going to go against Steffi. That's going to be Mitch's 4th foul. A lot of foul trouble on both sides tonight as Mitch Steffi has 4. Deshaun Russell has 3, and Nolan Miller has 3. Josh Heilman's going to knock down the first. He's up to 16 points on the evening. 55-39, Rams have the advantage now. As Ethan Smith will check into the game. Another freshman on the floor for the Rams. Hickey, catch, shoot, 3 ball. Oh, and Hickey. Josh Heilman now will be the primary ball handler on the floor for the Rams.
Nice move.
He went around the defender, finished at the rim. He's got 19 now.
And the Rams do a good job of stopping the quick transition of the Tornadoes. Stay down, nice move.
Hickey, little step through, couldn't finish. Smith unable to come up with it. And that's going to do it for quarter number 3. Rams extend the lead. They're up 16, 58-42. We'll be back for money time after this break.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Back inside Upper Sandusky High School, the mountaintop, as we've named it here on the OH Report. Josh Banks alongside Joe Baylall, and what's kind of really turned out to be a very much needed rebound game for the Rams of Upper Sandusky as they lead by 16 going into quarter number 4.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 23 points, I believe, in the second quarter, and they scored, 24 here in the third?
Yep.
So Coach Winslow's got to be pleased with how they're playing offensively. And defensively, if the Rams are just able to get back and transition and control the basketball, they've been pretty solid defensively.
Romick, Isles, Josh Heilman, David Gibson, and Schoenberger on the floor. Tried to get inside to Schoenberger. It'll be a turnover on Upper Sandusky.
So interesting right now, they start on the bench with Justin Heilman's on the bench and Montgomery's on the bench here to start the fourth. And, with the 16-point lead. And the Rams are in a 1-3-1 defense to start the fourth quarter.
Almost stolen away. Instead, it'll be a 3-ball by Gooding. Nothing doing but another offensive rebound for the Tornadoes. Gooding's going to feed.
Nice pass. Block shot.
Strawberry. Heilman got a block. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Fretz.
Yep, quick timeout, 30-second timeout here. So the change up defensively was a 1-3-1, and the one thing that when you do go zone, the one thing that it kind of makes you vulnerable to are offensive rebounds because you're not necessarily assigned a guy to check out. It's more of an area. So good job there by the Tornadoes of getting a second chance opportunity. Shawberry's able to score and cut it to 14. Would anticipate out of this timeout that Coach French is going to come out with some kind of full court pressure.
We've seen them run a lot of full court man. We haven't really seen like a 1-2-2 press from them or anything along those lines. I'm curious to see if they kind of go to that trap, try to force the turnover, or if they just say, hey, we play really good man defense straight up. Let's just press man and keep our ball pressure.
Yep, and the key thing right now, got it to 14. Your goal is in the next, 2 to 3 minutes is, at about by the 4-minute mark, you'd like to get this game to an under 10-point basketball game. And the one thing that we've seen with the Tornadoes is that they can score quick. I mean, they get a turnover, they can push the basketball, and they can score quickly in transition. So for the Upper Sandusky Rams, the important thing is going to be to take care of the basketball. You got to, catch it and face up. You're going to have to recognize traps, and then if you do get trapped, it's going to be important that your teammates come and rescue the basketball, and that you're not running away from the ball, that you're running to catch the basketball. So full court man-to-man pressure right here. And the young freshman, they put the ball in his hands, so
a lot of confidence in Romick.
He's done a good job of handling the basketball tonight, so that's a good sign for this basketball team.
Montgomery, left open.
Nope, short.
Short. Have an offensive foul on a hook.
Well, they just called it on the box out. Or
on Schoenberger.
Yeah.
His second.
Called it on the offensive rebound attempt here, so chance for the Tornadoes to cut it to 12 or 11.
Shawberry has it. Expected to be in his hands for majority of this fourth quarter.
Just can't let him go right. Great offensive rebound.
The young man can jump out of the gym to get offensive boards. Yeah. He's up to 20, and it's now a 12-point game. Isles now. Freshman Romick, he'll hoist the 3 ball. Just long, but an offensive board by Gibson. He'll try to finish, nothing doing. Schoenberger can't knock it down. Shawberry's got the board, and here comes that fast-paced offense. Shawberry, he's got 22, and it's a 10-point game,
They
just
got a
like
stop,
that.
a score. Now they need to get another stop here. So Montgomery,
They're gonna call a foul.
and that's why he's on the floor. Because Montgomery's the kind of guy that knows that when they did a basket, he can be the guy that can get it. So going to the free throw line here. Chance to take it back to 12.
I tell you what, I think the big thing tonight has been this Tornadoes squad has shown they can push the ball. If a couple things kind of fall their way, this is a different game. But I think the big thing I've noticed is normally you see a team really push the ball off of a miss, off of a rebound, or off of a turnover. This squad tonight has several times scored a transition layup after an Upper Sandusky make.
Yep, they've done a good job.
Montgomery misses the first. The second one rattles out as well. So nothing there from the stripe for Brock Montgomery. Gooding's got it in the corner. Taken away. How about the freshman with a big defensive steal?
You know, he hasn't been flashy or anything. He's just been solid. So he's done a good job of handling pressure. Montgomery with the deep 3 here.
Just long, rebounded by Hickey. Crossover, gets it. Gooding.
That was a transition. It's going to stay here.
Going to stay here, yeah. Again, that's just the hustle playing the effort by the Tornadoes. Loose balls, offensive rebounds. They've been there all night long for this Tiffin Columbian squad as Josh Heilman's going to check back in.
And again, Upper Sandusky kind of goes to this 1-3-1 look. And why, I'm not sure why they're not allowing him to come into basketball
the ball
game.
wasn't put into play yet.
Not really sure, but
Shawberry.
big basket.
He's got 25, and it's a 7-point game. It's a 7-0 run.
Travel.
They're going to call a foul.
Got lucky. He got a little bit lucky there because he did a spin move and was getting trapped. And could have maybe easily been a travel, but they call the foul, so Upper's got the ball side out of bounds here. I think Coach Winslow would like to see something going to the basket, whether it's a post up inside or possibly a drive to the basket would be really, really good for them.
Tell you what, Coach, I hate to bring back bad memories for Upper Sandusky fans, but this is very similar to last night's contest.
Yeah, but we'll see how they respond. That's part of the game of basketball here. So Isles with the basketball, needs to dribble it, to take the count away.
Gives it to Josh Hammond, the leading scorer tonight for the Rams.
You just got to run your offense here.
Don't force any unnecessary shots. You run your offense, and when you get a layup, take it.
Get some movement, player movement. Good decision there by Schoenberger. You don't need that 3 from the corner.
Heilman with it now. They're going to stay out. Again, the ball pressure has been great by the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Tornadoes have done a pretty good job of keeping the ball in front of them.
The Rams are going to be, listen, they'll dribble 4 minutes off the clock if you let them.
Well, I think you got to continue to run your offense here. It's a little bit early to spread the floor because of that reason right there. And now you got a foul on Montgomery. That's his 4th.
Shawberry going after the ball, kind of swung that hand around. It's going to go on Montgomery, his 4th.
Yep.
Team 3rd.
Team 3rd. So Montgomery's really got to be smart now with just 4.5 minutes to go. They need to keep him on the floor in this basketball game. And again, tough matchup. And Shawberry wants to go with that right hand.
Russell, long. We're going to have a foul on Tiffin Columbian on number 3. That'll be his 5th. That's number 5 on Steffi. Fouls out, no points. Kind of got in foul trouble early, did Mitch Steffi, so wasn't really able to contribute very much offensively. Isles gets it into Montgomery. Back to Cayman Isles.
Bad situation there.
Timeout called.
You don't want to dribble the ball to the sideline and pick it up. So smart play by Isles to use the timeout to avoid the turnover, because you really don't want any live ball turnovers right now. You'd be better off to use the timeout or to have what we call a dead ball turnover, where the basketball's thrown out of bounds.
Don't forget, those of you tuning in, we do have another game going on tonight over on the main YouTube channel. Crestline is at Mount Gilead this evening. That one's being covered by Mr. Brian Skoronsky over there in Mount Gilead. We got a good one here today. It was a 14-point ball game just a few minutes ago.
Well, actually, I believe it was 16 to start the quarter. So Tiffin has done a great job of fighting their way back into it. And they have it. As we said, you wanted to try to get it to a 10-point, under a 10-point game with 4 minutes. So, we got 4:21 to go, and it's a 7-point deficit. So, key thing, again, I think Upper's going to really want something that either sticking the basketball inside, maybe down low to Isles, or getting something driven to the basket.
Heilman's got it. Almost traveled.
Yep, he's all right, though. Nice pass.
Isles tries the reversal, couldn't knock it down. Smith's got the board, and they're going to look to push.
Transition here with Russell. Nice job by Isles staying straight up. And Russell doing a really good job there attacking.
Yeah, Isles does a great job of just staying tall. But again, with the way this game's been called tonight, that's kind of something they've been calling all night long, even on the straight up. So Isles might have got away with one there. 3-ball up, no good. Heilman gets the board for Upper. No need for an unnecessary pass, as we're at 3:55.
You don't want to hold it here. You just want to run good offense.
They're going to look to trap.
And just be strong with the basketball. Nice job. Just got to finish that play, though.
Strawberry's got it. Double dribble. Looked like it got knocked away by Heilman. I don't know that it was.
Might have been a tough call. Not really. Coach French really asking what it was, but
50 seconds left here in this timeout.
I think Coach Winslow calling a timeout here, he's probably going to remind his guards of how they were effective earlier in the game. When they got to the lane, they played off 2 feet. And I think that's going to be really important now, that if you do get to that lane, you want to play off 2 feet and either be able to be more on balance to finish or to get to the free throw line. So that might be something that he's reminding them of right now. For Tiffin, they've done a good job. They've forced the pace. They've made Upper play a little bit faster than they wanted to. They've created some turnovers. They just have not been able to finish some shots right at the basket.
Well, and I was going to say, that's kind of been the MO so far for Columbian tonight. They've forced Upper into numerous turnovers, bad shot selection. They haven't been able to finish. The first half, I think, was a big factor in that. They couldn't finish at the rim. They missed some easy shots, but they're still in this ball game.
Yeah. And, by looking at the tape there, you had kind of a tough turnover on Shawberry, because not really sure if that was a double dribble, but they called it. So
Montgomery.
Yeah. Does a good job. That's good.
And that's going to be a foul on Smith. A little bit too aggressive there.
Montgomery did a really good job there. One of the things we talk about is anytime you catch the ball, you want to catch and face the basket. And he did a really good job. Saw the trap coming, used a little bit of a backup dribble. The trap went away, and then he made really a nice left-handed pass, on the money to his teammate, which caused the foul.
Upper Sandusky now 1 foul.
Yep, good job here by Heilman squaring it up, seeing the floor. Now you got to read the trap.
Isles reads it. Josh Heilman, Schoenberger.
I mean, you just got to be strong with the basketball against these traps.
Schoenberger, the young sophomore, going to step to the line, look to get into double figures on the night, and extend this lead to 9.
Well, and you said this is where the difference becomes because, you know, if this is not a 1-on-1, it's not a 1-on-1, there's less pressure. So I'm not really sure. There seems to be some confusion here about who the foul was on.
That's 5. Not sure what the confusion is. The foul was on Columbian.
And it's team foul number 5, so he should be shooting. So important here that, you know, Schoenberger going to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
And that's 4 on Smith now as well. High arcing shot goes down for Schoenberger. He's into double figures with 10. Upper's first point of the quarter.
Yep.
Second one just long.
Great
offensive rebound by Heilman, though. How about it? Jump ball.
That's one of the areas that Upper's had some effectiveness tonight too, is rebounding the ball off of missed free throws. And that, you know, even though they don't get possession, it helps them from the standpoint on the next, you know, tie-up that they will get the basketball.
Absolutely. So. Shawberry, Gooding. Step back 3. He's missed 2 shots, but he hasn't missed from the corner tonight. 5-point game.
That was not an easy 3.
Justin Heilman, Montgomery.
Yep. Got to absorb the traps here. Be strong with the basketball. You're going to get a layup.
Couldn't finish the wide open layup.
Yep. Gooding's got an open look here.
How about the find, though? He took the 2 instead of the 3, and it's a 3-point ball game now. Great find down low to Smith. Heilman with it in the corner. Taylor.
Good decision.
2:20 and counting here in quarter number 4. Justin Heilman. Montgomery. They're going to foul Brock. They're going to call that on number 4, Logan Gooding. That's his 4th. Some big free throws here from Mr. Montgomery. Knocks down the first. Smooth as silk. Knocks down both, and it's a 5-point ball game. Shawberry with it now.
Makes that high ball screen going to his right. Just got to make sure he doesn't go right. That's a tough shot.
And he knocks it down. How about Shaw 28? And we got another. It's going to be. They're going to call a foul on Cayman Isles. So the ball's going to flip to Columbian, and a 2-point ball game after the tough 3 from Shawberry. Minute 40 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Stolen away. Montgomery's got it. Hey, hold it.
Good defensive play there.
Heilman gets it back.
Key thing is don't turn your back here. You got to make sure you're looking at the basket, because if they're trapping, somebody's going to be open.
Montgomery swings it to the corner. Taylor. That's who they're going to foul. Wyatt Taylor, the junior, is going to step to the line to try to extend it to 4. knocks down the first. The junior did not score a varsity point last season. He's got his first one here tonight, and that's a big one.
Yep, that's a big free throw. Extends it to a 3-point lead.
Another offensive board for the Rams on a free throw, and they're going to call a foul.
Yep. I mean, if Tiffin is not able to come back and win this game, when they watch the tape, this is going to be an area that they're going to focus on. Is that I think that's maybe the 4th time that Upper Sandusky's been able to get an offensive rebound off of a missed free throw, and that's maybe one of the cardinal sins of basketball. But Montgomery needs to go to the line and make this free throw to extend it to a 4-point basketball game, make it a 2-possession game.
They have struggled at the stripe tonight, have the Rams. That one's smooth. He's the 10, and it's a 4-point game. Coach Frett's going to take a timeout. We got 63-59 Upper, a 17-5 quarter for the Tornadoes so far.
Yep, Coach Frett's got to be really happy with how his guys have fought back. But again, the quickness off of that made free throw, the quickness that the Tornadoes had of pushing the basketball up has been where they've been the best tonight. So coming out of this timeout, it'll be interesting to see what they run. I'm going to anticipate you're going to see something with Shawberry going probably with his right hand, and then maybe Gooding spotting up off of penetration to see if they can get a drive and a kick. But the one thing with Shawberry, you got to try to make him go left. But then even more importantly, what he's done a good job of is when he's not been able to finish his drive, he's been able to get to the offensive glass and either get a putback or get to the free throw line. So it's going to be extremely important if he drives it and shoots it that you get a body on him and not allow him to get that second or third chance to score.
If you're Columbian, Shawberry's got 28. That's got to be who you key on. And your problem if you're Upper is Heilman and Montgomery are probably your 2 best on-ball defenders. Yeah. They both have 4 fouls.
Well, and both of them have guarded him, so it'll be interesting. It looks like Montgomery's going to match with him right now. So Shawberry taking the ball out of bounds. They got a box set here. They're going to run a little bird action of what we said. We called that play bird, where he came up through the elevator.
5-second call. They tried to run the elevator for Gooding. That was great defense by the Rams.
Yeah. Ran a box set and just tried to run him up through what you call an elevator play. And Upper did a good job of switching out and taking the pass away.
54 seconds left.
Yep. Get it in Montgomery's hands and let him handle the basketball.
Stolen away, though.
Good decision.
Russell is going to have it knocked away by Josh Heilman. It'll stay with Columbian. Student section here in front of us. Shawberry, a little ball fake, step back. Great pass to Russell. He's going to get fouled by Isles, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's a good foul by Isles. You know, at this point in the basketball game, you don't want to give up an easy layup. Make Russell go to the free throw line and make these free throws. But he's been pretty smooth so far tonight.
He continues that. He's now into double figures. 3 Tornadoes in double figures.
And as we mentioned earlier on the other side, important that Upper Sandusky boxes out here if he misses this free throw.
Shawberry matched up with the Isles down here.
Yep, missed it. Good rebound here.
Taylor, that's who they're going to try to.
Be strong, that's it. Good job.
Montgomery's going to pull it out. They're going to have to foul.
Slow down. You called a foul. Called him on the trap, so they wanted to foul 24.
They're going to call it on Russell.
Yep.
His 4th. It'll be Justin Heilman stepping to the line. 32.7 left.
And again, this is a little bit different. Many times this might be a 1-and-1. Now it's just 2 shots.
I know you're not in a pressure situation of a 1-and-1, but these are still fresh pressure free throws. Justin Heilman's going to knock down the first as he's up to 12. He misses it.
And he almost got his own offensive rebound.
The only guy down there for Upper Sandusky almost came away with the board. Russell attacks and finishes. How about that? Deshaun Russell goes coast to coast on the rebound, and it's a 2-point game.
Yep, again, one of the areas that, Uppers, after they watch this basketball film is their defensive transition. And the one thing that Russell's been able to do and Shawsbury's been able to do is both have been able to get to the basket with their right hand. And in that situation, Russell never put the ball in his left hand. He went all the way down the floor with his right hand and was able to finish. So 2-point game. Important here that you come and meet the basketball, be strong with it. You know you're going to get trapped. So one of the things that Upper's got to do is to make sure if your teammate gets trapped is we use the term rescue the basketball, which means you're coming to the basketball, coming to meet the ball and making sure that you're strong with it. Also need to understand how many timeouts you have. They have a timeout left right now, the Rams do. So with one timeout, make sure that if you need that timeout that you use it.
If you're Upper Sandusky, you have struggled from the line tonight. Splitting a pair right now, if you get fouled, only makes it a 3-point ball game. You got to knock them both down. This is where you almost want the ball to go to number 25, Cayman Isles. He was your best free throw shooter last season.
Yeah. Square it up. You're good. Got plenty of time. Nice pass.
He's going to get fouled by Shawbury.
Yeah.
No, they're going to call the foul on number 12. 22.
Parker Nye.
Parker Nye.
So Montgomery going to the line with 2 free throws, up 2 with 14 seconds.
Very, very big free throws here for Brock Montgomery. First one's smooth, nothing but the bottom for Brock.
So important thing right now is whether he makes or miss this, Upper Sandusky needs to do a good job of matching the basketball and not letting Russell or Shawbury go with their right hand.
He knocks them both down, calm as can be.
Yep. Make him go back to his left.
Offensive board. Gooding's going to hoist maybe an unnecessary shot, and Montgomery's going to have a chance to knock down 2 more. Two seconds left. Upper with a 4-point lead. Had that 3 went down for Shawbury, this place would have exploded on the Tiffin Columbian side. Montgomery with kind of a chance to just completely put it on ice right now. And he will do just that. That's point number 13 for Brock.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job tonight. Played in foul trouble from the start. He had two fouls within the first minute of the basketball game. And as we said, I think he's really a steadying force for this basketball team.
Around the rim, this one goes in. He's got 14, and it's a 6-point game. And that's going to do it. The Rams hold off the Tornadoes and bounce back for a victory, 68-62. We'll come back for your MVP and postgame show after this break.
Hey, Wait, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Back here with our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, senior Brock Montgomery. First off, congratulations. That was a dog fight in the fourth quarter.
Oh, it sure was.
So you tonight, you finished with 13 points, but Coach Baylaw was just talking to you. You get in early foul trouble. You play through it. You finish the game with 4 fouls. And I think the most impressive part was down the stretch you were guarding their best player. What did it take for you mentally to be able to get through that game and not foul out?
I mean, it took a lot. I was really distraught with the first 2 fouls. I mean, no one wants to come into the game in their home building and get 2 quick fouls. But, you know, my guys on the bench really stepped up. And once that, it kind of gave me the energy and motivation to really go out there and get a win in front of the whole crowd.
Fourth quarter, you guys really struggled to put points up. You go from the free throw line, you score only free throws. You go 7 of 10 from the stripe. You kind of struggled in the first half, the first 3 quarters shooting it. You step up. You shoot a great percentage in the fourth quarter, and you knock down 4 clutch ones at the end to really extend that lead. What's it take to be able to just kind of shake it off, step to the line, and just be calm?
Yeah, I mean, being a senior, it took a lot of maturity. I mean, the last few years I struggled mentally, but Coach Winslow did a good job of calming me down, telling me to go out there, and I'm playing for bigger than myself, so I knew that I needed to clutch up and help the team get a W.
All right, so my next question, you guys lose by 2 last night to Crawford. I don't really want to mention it, but you lose to Crawford last night. Your first N10 game is a loss. You guys now have a shot to battle back. You have a shot to split with Crawford, and you're one of the better teams in the conference. What's it going to take to battle back and potentially win the N10 this year?
I mean, we talk about it every day in the locker room. We don't think the N10 winner is going to have one loss. They might have two. So, we have one loss. We're already in the L column, which kind of stinks, but, there's still plenty of games left to get back into contention. And I think if we really play like we did this weekend, we have a really good chance.
All right, Brock, you know how this works. Camera's looking at you already. Let's go ahead and give your shout-outs.
Just a shout-out to my friends and family, my teammates, everyone that was here tonight. The barn, we love when it's bumping.
Hey, it was bumping tonight. That's our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, senior Brock Montgomery. A huge win tonight. Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Josh Banks back inside the mountaintop for our Burkhart Farm Center post-game show with Coach Joe Baylaw. And how about the resiliency that these Rams just showed? And how about the toughness that we've seen out of the Tornadoes to battle back down 16 at one point and make that a ball game?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, part of the, especially during the season, you're really trying to find out and learn a lot about your team. So from the standpoint of Tiffin, the thing you got to be pleased with your coach friends is just, number one, how your kids fought back. They could have easily folded the tent when you're down 16 going into the fourth, but they kind of found a way and had put themselves in a position that they make a couple more plays that they could have won this basketball game. From the standpoint of Coach Winslow, you got to be really happy just after coming off of a tough loss last night. And kind of, you mentioned with the 3-minute mark, they were in a very similar situation that they were in last night, where they had a lead and just weren't able to put the game away. Tonight they found a way to put the basketball game away. So got to be pleased from that standpoint. I mean, Zach Shawberry was outstanding for Tiffin. Down the stretch, Brock Montgomery was really good. But, sometimes as a coach, you kind of try to look at a player that maybe just did some things but really wasn't recognized. And I think the thing you got to look at from Upper, Jacob Romick came in tonight as a freshman and was kind of thrown into the mix when Montgomery got in foul trouble, and really did a really good job throughout the night of the minutes that he played of just being able to handle the on-ball pressure that Tiffin had tonight. So kind of give a little bit of a shout-out to the young freshman just because he came in really ready to play. Thought he gave some really good minutes tonight with the foul trouble that Upper Sandusky faced throughout the game.
And on the flip side of that for Columbian, you really got to shout out Deshaun Russell, who came in. He was energy off the bench. He was their second leading scorer.
Yep. I mean, he was really good defensively in the first half, and then that defensive intensity led to him being a pretty good offensive player in the second half. I mean, he hit a big three, had a couple really strong right-hand drives to the basket and finishes. I mean, as we mentioned, Tiffin was really good in transition. And that'll be something that their opponents, which I believe they go to Huron on Tuesday and then Saturday go to Genoa, that those coaches that are scouting them are going to really have to emphasize we got to be pretty good in defensive transition, because when they were able to get the basketball out tonight quickly, they were really, really good.
Yeah, they were very, very, very talented in transition. Upper, just a little bit better on the evening. They pull off the bounce-back victory, 68-62 here on their home floor. Let's not forget, as Coach Baylaw just said, Tiffin Columbian is going to get Huron next. Upper Sandusky is going to get Seneca East on the 14th. So they'll have N10 game number 2.
Well, actually, I think on Thursday they're at
Winford. That's right.
So
I looked at their next home game.
Yeah.
So they go to Winford Thursday. They're here Saturday against Seneca East, a game that I'm sure we're going to be at. So other than that, Coach Joe, any closing thoughts?
No, I mean, I think both coaches, walk. I mean, of course you want to win, so Coach Winslow is really happy. As Coach Frentz, I mean, you're 0-2, but you really got to really like how your kids battled. I mean, one of the things that he's probably going to talk a little bit about after he watches the film is a little bit of some of the turnovers that they had in transition, because when they didn't turn the ball over in transition, I mean, they were really, really effective with that. So they maybe have to get a little bit better in their half-court offense when teams, stop them in transition. But you got a player like Zach Shawberry. He can carry the load, and he carried the load tonight. And you just need a few more guys that continue to step up, and they'll be a team to contend with in the Sandusky Bay Conference.
All right, well, for my color guy, you just heard from the man himself, Coach Joe Baylaw. For my producer, Adam Thompson, and my camera guy, as always, Mr. Shane Young, I'm Josh Banks. Hey, we'll be here all week doing basketball for you guys, so tune in always live and free on the OH Report. But until then, stay safe, everyone.